So I've got all of the paper peeled off all the acrylic pieces. Hopefully nobody wanted to witness that, as it really wasn't much fun. And let's jump into assembling the acrylic pieces. So there's two pieces here with top engraved in them, and they each get two 8mm standoffs held in place with two nylon nuts. Come on, little nylon nut. Two. I've got a dish towel laid down here, and I actually brushed the bench off really well just to make sure I didn't have anything sharp that would scratch. I'd rather not scratch up the acrylic if I can avoid it. Doesn't quite fit. I don't think these need to be super tight. Definitely don't want to strip the nylon. Yeah, this case may be the hardest piece to assemble. I'm personally not a big fan of the cross T, assembly stuff. It works. I just find it difficult to deal with. I'm sure if you do it a while, it becomes second nature and easy. I don't do it a lot, but we'll get it together. I tend to get caught in the trap of I get one side in place and I work on the other one, and the first side breaks loose, and I'm going back and forth and just having no luck. So there's these two pieces. I'm guessing these are what the front panel mount to. I don't know that. Well, if I could get the nut to actually start rather than drop off every time. What the heck? We got a bad thread there. Okay, those are finger plus tight. We have these two pieces. Along with these two gray pieces. Nope. Much as I double and triple checked, I still managed to leave the tape on one side of something. Yeah, using an X-Acto to start this probably isn't the wisest choice, because it has the potential to scratch, but I actually had pretty good luck with it. So you do get to watch me peel a piece of paper off. So as far as I can tell, these are identical. And these are identical, so it's really going to be one of these here and one of these here. 10mm bolts. Make sure the blue extends 6mm over each side. Turn it over if it doesn't. Now it extends about 6mm over the sides, but not the top and bottom, and I guess that's what he's saying there. So these are going to get nuts on the outside, or screws on the outside. Oh, that's a lot of hardware. Well, we may be doomed here. I can't get the baggie open. Now, they want me to use 10mm bolts. One is I'm not really good at looking at bolts and knowing what size they are. Too many years dealing with SAE. Just haven't spent enough time working with metric, even though metric is far more logical. I'm guessing this is a 10mm. No, that looks like it's like a 14. This is going to be too short. 9.36. It seems to be the only two lengths. So it must mean these. That really, as far as I can see, is the only two lengths in there. So we're going to have screw heads out. With the nuts on the inside. He's using hex nuts. Of course, he has the square nuts are for the T slots. Wow. Even with some fingernails at the moment, these big old fingers of mine are having a hard time. Come on. You really can start on there. And there's one more up here. Looks like it's pretty much a 6mm gap on both sides, I hope. Oh, come on. A little bit too small. Now these don't need to be super tight. You don't want to crack the acrylic. So I'm assuming that's what he was after. It looks pretty square. Same thing on this side. Got little bits of paper glue stuck to things. Really did not enjoy peeling that paper off. And one more up here. through those two steps. And they look the same as in the photo. We'll set these aside. We have a large gray piece, this guy, and we have this blue piece. It looks like it's going to go on that way with the screw heads. I can't tell if that's the nuts in the photo or the screw heads. It looks to me like it's the nuts, which implies the bolts go through from this side. That just seems wrong to me. I think the photo's tripping me up. I guess if I have to, I reverse this when we get to that next step. Come on, little nut. Oh, why are those so hard to pick up? Yep, doing stuff off camera. Apologies. We're just tightening those bolts. Then move on to this piece and this piece. Seem to go together like so. Yeah, it's hard to say in the photo. Looks to me like the blue is out. Yeah, I'm concentrating, so I'm not yapping. Sorry. This is a case where sometimes my monster hands are very useful, and sometimes they're not. And as I've gotten older, this kind of work has become more difficult. You really are determined not to start on there, aren't you? Come on, there you go. You know, I've got an actual sheet metal reproduction. Altair 8800, and it looks very much like the real thing. And it's the machine in the other videos we've been working towards converting it over to an actual S700 machine. We've done a lot of playing and work with it. Really, it's a couple parts are left and I can get it into the case. And we'll go from there. Okay. Set that aside. We are down to attach the white pieces shown to the bottom. Looks to me like it's symmetrical, so a little bit of flash in here where it didn't get fully cut through by the laser cutter. So let's clean that out of there. And a little bit there as well. Laser cutter had a bit of an issue cutting on that side, but that's okay. So this piece is going to go back here like so. I can see here, yeah, the nuts are on the inside in this case. Parts. And they just either drop right on and start, or they do what this one's doing, and that is crooked, 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 cross thread, cross thread, cross thread. Often when it's trapped like that, just flip the nut over, try it from the other side, and it'll start. Okay, we have these tightened up. We now get the electronics. Here, this needs 4 8mm standoffs attached to it. We apparently didn't do that before. Put this out of the way while I mount these up. In case I drop it, I don't want to scratch the acrylic. Oh, these are going to be a total pain. Now, socket rolled off and landed in my shoe. That was helpful. At least it didn't hit the floor and slide off to who knows where, so I've managed to strip that one, it feels like. That one pulled up okay. Again, there's been a lot of time and effort and thought put into this case. It's just obvious from the mechanicals and all the cuts and everything that, yeah, this wasn't done overnight. I believe I'm in round 2 of the buy group, so it's a, still an early case. I don't know how many of these he will sell. Hopefully a bunch. Recoup his investment and make some nice money from it would be very nice to see happen. Attach the white piece to the bottom with 10mm bolts. 10mm bolts, really? They're going to be that long? These seem obscenely long. It's bottomed out right. Oh, 10 millimeter. I'm grabbing the 15 or whatever it was. So we have the bottom. Millimeter screw. Come on, quit rolling away from where I want you to be. Try to do this somewhat on camera. Hopefully the other two were just lined up. Perfect. Yeah, getting all these dimensions right. You know, all the screw holes in the right place and everything, so that, you know, printed circuit board and the cut acrylic and everything line up. Takes some skill. You know, mechanical design, and takes some time to just get right. So, you know, hats off for his patience and effort in bringing this all together. This is actually coming together pretty nice. So we've got the expander card mounted up in the bottom. Apply the rubber feet on the bottom. Sure, why not? Yeah, completely off camera, sorry. Trying to get them even and square to the corners. Now we're going to start joining with a T-slot joint. Start with the uprights where we will eventually mount the main circuit board. So what we're going to do, I need to dig down to those pieces, is going to slide this into frame here. As it looks like this one's going to go this way with top up, and this one's going to go this way, and it becomes wrestling with the T-slots. To make this all come together. And this is where it always starts to kind of go horribly wrong for me, trying to juggle all this. Get something to kind of lean it up against. So I can kind of hook up under that lip. So the nut into the T-slot. The nut into the T-slot. Is it even easier to start this and then try to work it down on? I don't honestly know. Nope. The nut rotated and fell off. Of course it did, because, you know, it can't just be easy. So get you started a little further. Okay, nut, there you go. Wow, I just find this incredibly clumsy. That is just me. You know, once it pulled up, it grabbed well in the alignment tabs and everything worked well, so that looks to be at least part of the secret. It's pre-starting the nuts. And top goes upwards. Oh, really? Really? So I need the nut to fall in there square, and it finally did. Okay, that's surprisingly stronger than I thought it would be. Okay, that's nice. I feel okay about that. Then we move on to the sides. That one goes there. This looks like it's going to be entertaining to do. Not exactly sure how I'm going to pull it off. Got to get the T-nut in there, maybe needle nose. Why did you have to rotate? Nope. Maybe if I set it over this way and get a gravity assist. Oh, that's actually not bad. It's captive, it's inside hidden. Okay. That's actually reasonable. This one's going to go on this way. Goes, and we'll just do the same gravity assist again. Actually not bad. If I can get the nut down in there and it's in. Yep, off camera again. Kind of tightening stuff up. Not bad. Not bad at all. Happy with that. Okay. Next, the back goes in. And the back is which piece? It is this piece with the blue out. That's interesting to fit.